Hi everyone, I'm Tam, and we are back with another Why I Think It Is. Self worth is the answer to most of life's situations and dilemma. Self worth, as in how you kind of see and view yourself and kind of value yourself, whether or not you are even deserving of like love and affection from your peers, coworkers, etc. Um, how you kind of like see yourself to be like or do you see yourself to be kind of like a morally outstanding person and so on, or I guess you feel kind of like I guess shitty because you've been kind of bullied your entire life for having braces in high school, and now you kind of like are kind of and are now in a negative kind of like bubble, so to speak. So pretty much how you kind of see yourself externally from like a, I guess outside in, and kind of value that person to be is usually how you kind of solve most of like the problems you can encounter. For example, let's say you're in a toxic relationship with a girlfriend, or your husband is no longer I guess showing you as much appreciation, like he doesn't like really call you anymore, and when he does and when he does kind of talk to you, it's kind of like like he kind of grunts, like he just grunts around like yeah, yeah, honey, so kind of like not really has invested as you into this, and I guess in that scenario between the husband and wife, you can still make it work. However, it's similar to being in a company where you are putting in most of the effort in, and your kind of coworker or co-founder, the other C-suite people don't really care about it. Eventually, it's gonna like just break because you can only handle so much by yourself. So that's a different kind of like that's another perspective for those who are actually in that situation, where your husband is kind of like sure dude, yeah, or vice versa, your wife's like yeah, cool, so kind of like not really there anymore, checking out basically. um yeah, like in those scenarios you kind of have to like step back and kind of look at the situation. Also, you own kind of like a self-worth, like is this worth my time anymore? Like, is this worth me further investing my efforts in? And maybe it's time to just move on to something else. Same thing for a job. Like some jobs are probably much more appropriate and make you happy more compared to other jobs. If I were to work in a customer service job, like doing IT help desk, which I was doing a few years ago, I would at some point it kind of just becomes like a chore to me, and certain individuals can be kind of hard to make things kind of work with it because for example they may be trying to hide their real intentions, like hey, how's it going, man, like can you please can you please look at my laptop later today at Friday, when really they want you to kind of like when really they just want to talk to somebody about I guess um to kind of like I guess kind of like ventilate a little bit, because their dog or something is at the veterinarian, and very sick and so on. So they're trying to use that as an excuse to kind of just talk to you, and so on. So so I mean like it comes down to how you kind of like view yourself, like your values change, like sometimes you kind of just for example, you take a trip to Hawaii, whatever, and then you realize, oh my god, I really love to like travel and meet people. Uh, Whereas before, you were kind of like trying to be a doctor. So in high school, you studied to be like a doctor or whatever, and then you take a gap year because your friends are doing it too, and then you realize, oh well, actually, we really like this instead. So then you shift your values, and then you kind of like change it that way. So I mean, like most of the circumstances that you are in is pretty much a question of how you will go about valuing yourself. Is what it is. Relationships with people like family, friends, romantic partner, etc. Is it still working out for me? Is it not working out for me? like same for careers, like I guess things like careers, I guess careers, like I guess goals, like I guess dropping that belly fat and so on. Is basically a question of like how much you kind of value yourself, like, and depression. Same thing for depression. People who are depressed has people who are depressed pretty much have lost the key to the kind of self worth like they had before, obviously. Otherwise, I've never seen a depressed person straight from the womb, so straight out of the womb depressed all the way up to like adulthood. It's just not a thing. So something along the way kind of happened, and then you kind of like, oops, I completely lost my senses, So something happened to trying to figure out what that was is kind of what will help you kind of process and move past that. For example, your dad died, and now you kind of like feel really depressed because he was a huge part of your life. And now to kind of overcome that, you have to kind of like I guess find more meaning to kind of continue to aspire to things that matter to you, like goals, dreams, etc. So you may like I guess rationalize to yourself like, oh, my dad was a huge role in my life, and I'm very thankful for that because he pushed me onto this path. Onto this path I'm walking right now, and I'm trying to be like a NASA astronaut now or something to kind of like live up to my full potential and also to his uh, um, um, his grasp of like what I can be as a person. So like pretty much most of your suffering is just revolving around how you kind of like treat your own kind of self.